I'm not going to waste your time. This is the complete guide on how to play like 2008 Ronaldo. Let's break it down. The first tip I'm going to give you is pretty underrated, and not many people actually do it. Did you know that in a recent interview, Yamal said, "Neymar has always been my idol. He's a star, a football legend." He also mentioned that as a kid, he watched Neymar constantly. Not just highlights, but full games. And now, when you watch Yamal play, it's like watching a young Neymar back at Santos. The way he dribbles past defenders, the way he moves, the unpredictability, it's all because of mirror learning. Mirror learning is the process in which you focus on watching one single player you want to replicate. If you want to play like 2008 Ronaldo, you need to mirror him. You need to feed your brain his movements, his timing, his habits. And the best way to do this is watching his full games at Manchester United. Not just skill compilations, not just highlights, but full 90-minute matches where you see him move when the ball isn't at his feet. There's a free website called footbalia.net where you can watch any game you can think of. Just search for Ronaldo's matches from 2008 and you'll find full-length footage of him in action. If it doesn't work in your country, use a VPN, no excuses. And the best part is that the more you watch, the more your brain will start mirroring him. It's the same way you randomly pick up slang from YouTubers you watch all the time. The second step we're going to follow is a process called reverse engineering, where we study Ronaldo's journey from his childhood to now to understand what made him the player he became. Most young players make this huge mistake when they try to train like their favorite footballer. They focus on what Ronaldo's doing now. They see him lifting weights, taking ice baths, sitting in saunas, following a strict diet, and they assume that's the key to becoming like him. But guess what? That doesn't work. If you really want to analyze a player properly, you shouldn't be looking at what they're doing at the peak of their career. Instead, you should be studying what they did when they were in your position before they made it big. Think of it like this. Imagine a rich man comes to you and says, "I'll give you two options. You can either have the blueprint of what I did to become a millionaire from zero, or I can tell you what I'm currently doing to become a billionaire from millions." You'd be stupid to choose the second option, yet you're basically doing the same with the players you want to replicate. It's the same with Ronaldo. Don't focus on what he's doing now, focus on what he did before. Ronaldo grew up in Portugal in a poor family. He didn't have access to high-end training facilities, elite academies, or private coaches. He was just a kid who played football all day because that's what he loved to do. He spent hours playing street football with his friends, competing against kids of all ages. And this is how his raw talent and instincts started to develop. Unlike structured training, street football has no rules, no coaches, no drills, just pure unfiltered football. You have to figure things out on your own. In an interview, Ronaldo himself said, "I tried to play football and they told me I was too small to play it. And when futsal chose me, I said, if this is what I'm going to play, I want to be the best at it." During my childhood in Portugal, all we played was futsal. The small playing area helped me improve my close control, and whenever I played futsal, I felt free. If it wasn't for futsal, I wouldn't be the player I am today. I didn't put any words in his mouth. This is exactly how he grew up. Think about that. If it wasn't for futsal, Ronaldo wouldn't be Ronaldo. In street football and futsal, there are no age restrictions. You're playing against kids your age, but also against 20-year-old men. You learn to think faster, react quicker, and move in ways that structured training will never teach you. This is how Ronaldo developed his skills and discovered his talent. A lot of people say Ronaldo isn't talented, that he only made it because of hard work. That's not true. Everybody has talent, but as you grow older, you get socialized into a system that trains that creativity out of you. The way you're trained, the way football is structured, the way social media pushes robotic drills, it all works against your natural instincts. The reason street football and futsal create so many elite players is because they allow flow. As a kid, it's easier to enter a flow state, that state where you're completely locked into the game. But as you grow up, you get coached out of it, you get told to play it safe, to follow tactics, to stop improvising. That's what kills real footballers. Ronaldo didn't join a team until he was 9 years old. Those first 9 years were spent playing freely, experimenting, and improving his instincts. That's why if you want to follow his blueprint, you need to start now. Go play with your friends. Find pickup games, join futsal leagues. If you don't know where to start, search your area plus pick up football games on Google or Facebook. If you live in an area where football is not the main sport, we we will try to give some individual training to play like Ronaldo, even though I strictly recommend playing futsal a lot. Structured training has its place, but if you don't get enough real, raw football outside of it, you'll never develop the instincts and flow that players like Ronaldo had. One of the most remarkable things about young Ronaldo was his incredible footwork. His feet were so fast that defenders simply couldn't react in time. Most people assume that his foot speed came from training with ankle weights, but that's just a fraction of the truth. Yeah, Ronaldo did experiment with ankle weights, but it was never a constant part of his training. The problem with running or training with added weight on your ankles is that it alters your biomechanics. It forces your muscles and joints to work differently, which over time increases the risk of injury. Running with weights puts extra strain on your knees, ankles, and hip flexors, making the chances of injuries higher. Instead of relying on risky methods, Ronaldo improved his footwork through game-realistic training. Now let me show you some of the actual drills Ronaldo could have used to make his foot speed world-class. Drill number 1, shadow dribbling. If you've ever seen shadow boxing, this is the football version of it. Instead of throwing punches at an imaginary opponent, you dribble against an imaginary defender. This is exactly what Ronaldo did to sharpen his stepovers, feints, and movement. To master this, we use a 3-step protocol. 1. Start static, stand in one spot and perform stepovers slowly. Get the technique right. Once it feels smooth, increase the speed. 2. Move with the ball. Instead of standing still, add movement. Try dribbling forward and incorporating stepovers and feints. 3. Add an imaginary defender. Force your mind to imagine a defender in front of you. Picture their movements. React as if they were actually there. This drill trains your brain to process defenders' movements before they even happen in a real game. The real question is, how often should you do this? Every single day with no time restriction. Stop when you feel naturally tired. Drill number 2, the Ronaldinho drill. There's a famous drill called the Ronaldinho drill, which is perfect for developing fast, controlled footwork. Here's how you do it. Scatter a bunch of cones or small obstacles close together. Dribble the ball through them as fast as possible, keeping tight control. Do this for 1 minute straight, then rest and repeat. This forces you to make quick, precise touches in a small space, just like in a real game. Do not overdo this. Doing it for too long will lead to sloppy touches. Short bursts of maximum focus are way more effective. But hear me out. Do not do any drill mindlessly. Many people go through the movements without actually engaging their brain. That's why we use something called maximum intention. This means that when you train, you should mentally place yourself in a real match scenario. If you're doing stepovers, don't just move your feet. Imagine a defender in front of you. Imagine the pressure, the intensity, the crowd. Your brain needs to believe you're in a game for the drill to actually translate into real matches. Every drill that isn't naturally game realistic should be done with maximum intention. Drill number 3, the full pitch sprint dribble. One of Ronaldo's biggest strengths in 2008 was his explosive ball carrying ability. He would sprint at full speed while keeping the ball under control and also throwing stepovers. To develop this, start at one end of the pitch and sprint with the ball to the other side. Try to maintain full control even while running at high speed. Every 10 to 15 meters, throw in a stepover to simulate beating a defender. This will train your ability to dribble at pace, just like Ronaldo when he was destroying defenses in 2008. If you want to train this style, here's a simple structure. Start with shadow dribbling 5 to 10 minutes, doing some skills and putting effort in the stepovers, meaning drop the shoulder and make the feint realistic. Then do the Ronaldinho drill with 1 minute bursts, 3 to 5 rounds. Next, do the sprint dribbling drill, 3 to 4 reps, and remember to train with maximum intention in every drill. Because trust me, even if it seems a short session, your brain energy will burn out. Now, how Ronaldo became so confident and how you can too. If you think mindset doesn't directly affect your game, you're already doing everything wrong. I swear to you, if I gave you the first touch of Berbatov, the dribbling of Ronaldinho, and the shooting of Ronaldo, but you were still stuck in your fixed, scared mindset, you would never unlock your full potential. Because football is not just technique. You could have perfect skills, but if you're scared of making mistakes, if you hesitate under pressure, if you constantly worry about people's opinions, you will somehow become the worst player in the world. And this is why why Ronaldo was different. At just 22 years old, he was playing for the biggest club in Europe at the time, under extreme pressure, yet he played with the confidence of a king. So how did he do it? The answer is the alter ego. We all have an ego. Your ego is who you think you are, but the problem is your ego is weak. It's afraid of judgment. It seeks validation. It gets shaken under pressure. It takes everything personally. And this is why most players break under high pressure situations. But some people learn to tap into a different side of themselves. A side that doesn't fear mistakes. A side that loves pressure. A side that becomes a different person when the game starts. This is what we call the alter ego. It's like a villain version of yourself. The alter ego I will create for you will wake up only inside the pitch, meaning once you are out of the pitch, you detach from it. This is how you manage pressure. If you build an alter ego on the pitch, he will get the pressure for you and will ignore it because you built it like that. And once you are out of the pitch, you come back to your ego. He is detached from the alter ego. This is exactly what Ronaldo did. Every time he stepped onto the pitch, he wasn't just Cristiano anymore. He became something else, something bigger than himself. You've probably seen his famous power stance before a free kick. That's him activating his alter ego. Kobe created the Black Mamba persona to separate his emotions from his game. Zlatan constantly refers to himself in the third person, building a larger-than-life persona that intimidates opponents. So are you ready to build an alter ego? If you want to do this yourself, get some notes because it will transform you. Step 1, decide why you want an alter ego and which area of your life you want it to show up. It could be football, it could be social confidence, whatever it is, you need a clear purpose. Step 2, list the qualities of your alter ego that you feel emotionally connected to. Is he fearless? Is he aggressive? Is he calm under pressure? Choose the attributes that fit the player you want to become. Step 3, create a detailed image of your alter ego. It doesn't have to be another person. It can be an animal with certain qualities. Think of Kobe Bryant's Black Mamba mentality. He literally created an identity based on a snake because of its lethal precision and lack of emotion. Step 4, pick a name. This makes it real. It could be a variation of your own name or something that represents the attributes you chose earlier. Step 5, find a signature move that will help you activate your alter ego when you need it. It could be something as simple as gritting your teeth, cracking your knuckles, or standing in a certain way. Ronaldo had his free kick stance. Muhammad Ali had his pre-fight trash talk. Find something that helps you switch into your alter ego instantly. Creating an alter ego is a simple yet powerful way of tapping into your hidden potential and bypassing many of your limiting beliefs. And remember, this is a choice. You're not developing a mental disorder, you're simply unlocking a new version of yourself when you need it the most. If you do all the things I mentioned, you will improve a lot. Stop wasting time in the gym trying to look strong when you haven't even built real athleticism. You're too young to focus on aesthetics over performance. Focus on football. Get outside, play more futsal, move like an athlete, train with isometrics, plyometrics, and fascia-based methods. Build a real connection with the ball. Build real confidence. Stop restricting yourself with your training.